Public and Private Partnership Commission, Mr. Patrick Kabambe, who is also a guest of honor for the evening. Board members for SAGO, Harvard Tech, distinguished guests, and academicians from various public and private universities, officials from the corporate world, Sparc Systems Limited, leaders from various CEOs present here tonight, distinguished awardees, students, members of the press, ladies and gentlemen, I'd like to welcome you tonight to a very significant event, an event worth commemorating and recognizing. It is the International Girls in ICT Day. And I'd like every one of us who's here tonight to just clap hands for these presents, making sure that we're recognizing tonight and all the girls that are making moves in the world of ICT. And also tonight, of course, I'd like to recognize our partners who made this event very possible. And that is Sparc Systems Limited, Inc., UNICAf, ICT Association of Malawi, and of course, ITU. So thank you so much once again, everyone present here this evening. So just to remind ourselves, it is International Girls in ICT Day. And I'm sure that everyone that's present here tonight carries a piece of that, you know, recognizes and embraces what International Girls in ICT Day means to them. It's a night where we empower, recognize, we appreciate the women and girls in Malawi and of course around the world who are making strides in the world of ICT. So thank you so much for that. But before we dive into our program, I would just like to call upon Sarah Kuze to open up with a prayer. Thank you. Sarah.
Let us close our eyes and pray. Dear Father, we thank you, bless you for the gift of life, and we thank you that you've brought us to this place. We pray that Lord, you guide us as we are having our event tonight, and we pray that Lord, you will give us excellent ideas on the things that are being discussed tonight. Thank you, Jehovah, for everything that is happening tonight, and we bless you that lives will be uplifted according to Malawi to become a wonderful and great nation. In the mighty name of Jesus, we pray. Amen. Amen.
Good evening. Good evening.
Good evening.
Hello.
Hello.
It's always challenging to make a statement after someone who speaks very good English. And you come here with your broken English, but we hope the Lord will help us. I would like to recognize the presence of Mr. Patrick Kabambe, who is the Chief Executive Officer for the Public-Private Partnership Commission, PPPC. And also I would like to recognize board members from the Center for Governance and Leadership, SEGO, before they fire me. So we have in the room Council Sandra Machinjiri, maybe you can just wave. Yes, we also have Ms. Dorothy Gamoto and Madam Monica Zonzi, who are board members who have honored us this evening. I would like also to recognize the presence of Executive Director for Women for Social Change, Madam Kafe Kita, and the team leader for her for Tech, Mr. Horace Chipembere. And I would like also to recognize distinguished academicians from various public and private universities who have joined us this evening. I would also like to recognize officials from the corporate world, leaders of various CSOs who are present here, distinguished awardees who are going to be awarded this evening, students from various secondary schools and colleges, members of the press, ladies and gentlemen. Let me begin by quoting His Excellency Dr. Lazarus Chakwera, President of the Republic of Malawi, at the occasion of the 6th Transform Africa Summit at Victoria Falls in Zimbabwe yesterday. And I quote, "In any race, if you are too far behind your competitors who started the race long before you, the only way to have a fighting chance is to abandon the racing track and take a shortcut." And so when it comes to the socio-economic development of Africa and Malawi in particular, the only way for us to catch up to take a shortcut, and the only shortcut available to us now are technologies that allow us to go digital in every sector of our economy. End of quote. Our guest of honor, ladies and gentlemen, today Malawi joins countries around the world encouraging the inclusion of women and girls in science and technology. This is timely and an urgent issue in Malawi, just like it is for the rest of Africa and beyond. However, the tech industry is still largely dominated by men, with women underrepresented in science, technology, engineering, and mathematics. We believe that these awards will encourage more women to pursue careers in science, technology, engineering, and mathematics fields and help to close the gender gap in the tech industry. Our initiative is not just about promoting gender diversity in the tech industry. We also want to promote the development of digital skills amongst girls and young women in Malawi. Our guest of honor, ladies and gentlemen, the primary goal of this event, therefore, is to help the girl child discover their own abilities. Discovering their own abilities capable of. We recognize there is work to be done to encourage ICT education, and it will take more than policy initiatives to get there. It's about parents and teachers ensuring that all students have the opportunity to study whatever they choose. It's about men and women in ICT fields giving their time to be mentors. And solvers, and to even fail at times while taking worthwhile risks. Our guest of honor, ladies and gentlemen, as organizing partners, we remain committed working with girls and young women for the long term, and we look forward to our continued partnership with the rest of you. To the girl child who is in this room, the potential of emerging technologies is limitless. This is your toolbox, and you have the power to build a new reality as you will. You have equal ability and potential in ICTs with making a positive change. As I proceed, our guest of honor, ladies and gentlemen, I want to speak directly to the young woman and the girl who is attending this commemoration today further, that it is your achievements, intelligence, and hard work that we are celebrating today. We rely on you as role models, tutors, leaders in ICTs to reshape Malawi's digital landscape.
A huge round of applause for the gentleman, ladies and gentlemen. That's what an amazing speech that is given. Encouraging girls to say you can do it. You know, it's limitless, the opportunities are there. And of course, we need to strive. We're living in a very gender-balanced world, the 21st century. But of course, there's still so much to be done. We still need to raise our voices, let the girls and women know that they can. They should not feel limited to, no, I can't do ICT, no, this is too challenging for me, this is too male dominated. So thank you so much for that presentation, Mr. Chimamakaonga. We are continuing with our evening tonight, and of course I just want us to go through the program. I think everybody has the program on their table this evening. Let's give her a round of applause, please. For energy, for good energy. Thank you.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen.
Good evening.
First of all, I would like to recognize the presence of our guest of honor, Mr. Patrick Kabambe, and everyone else on his table. I would like to recognize the event organizers, and I would like to recognize my fellow sponsors. My name is Esna Ward, and I'm the Technical Sales Manager for Sparc Systems. I stand before you this evening just to give you a brief background about Sparc Systems, especially for the sake of those that may be wondering what Sparc is all about. So we are the leading IT solutions provider in Africa. We have physical presence in Malawi, Rwanda, and Zambia, with our head office in Blanta. So Sparc was established to bridge the gap on high-end enterprise IT. We had noticed that there were less skills on the enterprise space in Africa, and our company was established to bridge that gap. Sparc operates most on the data center space. We help our customers to maximize their resource utilization through virtualization. We offer data consolidation services. We help our customers to ensure high availability and minimize on downtime through our disaster recovery solutions. We are specialized in software development. We help our customers, we take them through a smooth journey towards automation. We offer IT security services, and we have a dedicated educational services department which is responsible for conducting trainings on various systems as well as administering exams for your certification needs. So Sparc is basically here to assist our customers to meet their data center demands, helping them ensure business process agility, regulatory compliance, helping them manage the security threats that give them sleepless nights, as well as helping them manage their budget constraints. Sparc is an authorized trainer for various systems. We offer trainings with hands-on training. As a company, we've taken an initiative to motivate the girl child to venture into ICT, which is one of the reasons why we felt the need to sponsor this event and be a part of it. Over the past years, as part of our resort towards this agenda of motivating the girl child to venture into ICT, we've been offering free ICT trainings for girls. We've been offering some internship programs under the solutions that we provide. And we also have some job opportunities for our girls within Sparc. A table on the outside where our staff are present, be happy to attend to your questions. We also have some exciting activities by our table. We have some raffle draws where you get. Thank you so much and enjoy the rest of the evening.
Good evening, ladies, for most of the part, ladies and a few gentlemen. How are you? All right, firstly, let me thank organizers of this event, and also let me recognize the president. So UNICAf University, like I said, is an online university. Our headquarters is in Cyprus, but we also do have presence all around Africa, in Kenya, South Africa, as well as Malawi. So our campuses are in Longwe, and here in Blanta we have a students unit where you can come and basically, if you're doing your online studies, we have computers there, but we also have free internet access to those that would like to study with us. For today, I'll only take you through some of the few programs that we do have for those of you that are interested. So UNICAf University has a bachelor's degree in computer science, so that's UNICAf University Malawi. We also do have a master's in business administration. Of course, you can major in any, you can specialize in any other field, but then for this particular presentation, or for today, we'll talk about management information systems. We also do have a PhD in information technology, sorry. UNICAF also has a partnership with some of the UK universities, that includes University of Suffolk, Liverpool John Moores University, and the University of East London. So with the University of Suffolk, we have the Bachelor's in Computing. So for those that want to specialize, this is something that you may want to utilize. We also do have the Master of Science in Computing and Information Systems. We also have a Master's program with this our partner university. This is the University of East London. We have the Masters in Computer Science, and then we have Masters in Data Science, and then we have Masters in Big Data Technologies, as well as Master of Science in Information Security and Digital Forensic. For those, so it's a partial scholarship that we are offering for all those that have attended this event. So it's just special for this event. So if you come any other day, you will not apply. So these are some of the, we also do have conferences that we hold every year. So those are just some of the conferences that we have. Maybe some of you could be thinking, oh, maybe because it's an online university, that means that we do not meet. So those are some of the conferences that we have held over the years. That is our Dubai conference that we held in 2018 for all our students. And then 2019, all the way until even last year, we had our annual conference as well for our students. So as you can see, we have students of all ages of group.
Thank you so much. The evening is about to get interesting. I think, as I said, everyone has a copy of the program on their table. So we do have a poem coming up that was supposed to be performed by me, but I thought, no, that would be too selfish. I cannot be both an MC and a poet. So I'll have somebody else recite it. Yeah, so that I'm not everything. All right, Horace Chipembe, I hope you're ready. And we're also just gonna give the DJ a few seconds. Hopefully that's gonna be less than a minute for him to find a background song for the performance that is coming up right about now. Horace Chipembe, please come to the stage.
The title is Women in Tech. May this be the moment, chemistry between seasons, where queens like you carry their crowns, as though from the beginning of time, you were always the light awaiting to be lifted into the modern seasons of technology. I know you were taught from the days of your tenderness that women are support systems, never really engineers peddling into broken economies. But here you are, standing tall with grace and might, like the warrior you are, walking through corridors of intellect, defeating the odds, challenging the norms, swaying into the sunsets of victory, stepping on solid logs, breaking glass ceilings, not physically, but gracefully. Look at your beauty, glowing in the darkness of unsolved equations, waiting for you who is the most authentic version of beauty and brains to break the codes. Engineer the systems and spread your wings into the techniques the world once thought only men deserve to be part of. May your heart be for innovation, better than you learned how to dance your jiterela. May your dreams linger beyond the stereotypes. Your education is your bride, dear woman in tech. This is your season. Thank you. So the poem has been written tonight by Sumaya Isa, who is the host, and I was just reciting. Credits for her.
Power to the women. Thank you so much. I think you recited it better than I would have, guys. A huge round of applause for Horace. An amazing poem. Thank you so much. We are moving on with the, like, he still has to come back to the stage, Horace, to make a presentation on the Harvard Tech magazine.
Guest of honor, Mr. Kabambe, ladies and gentlemen, tech enthusiasts and champions of equality. Today we're gathered here to celebrate a momentous occasion, a tribute to the phenomenal women and girls who have carved their names into the annals of history, blazing a trail of inspiration in the fields of STEM. With Digital Skills for Life as our guiding theme, we embark on a journey to honor the remarkable achievements of these extraordinary individuals. In a world where access to digital literacy is paramount, these women have emerged as beacons of empowerment, champions of change and catalysts of progress. Through their unwavering dedication and relentless pursuit of knowledge, they have shattered the glass ceiling, dispelling myths and stereotypes that once hindered women from entering the realm of science, technology, engineering, and mathematics. Within the pages of our esteemed magazine, we have curated a collection of narratives that capture the essence of these 20 trailblazers, showcasing their triumphs, struggles, and transformative impacts. Each story is a testament to their unwavering determination, their passion to make a difference, and their belief in the power of digital skills to shape a better future. From coding wizards and data-driven innovators to robotics masters and breakthrough researchers, these inspiring women have harnessed the power of technology to affect the change in Malawi and beyond. They have leveraged their expertise to bridge the gender gap and empower marginalized communities. Ladies and gentlemen, tonight we're going to be launching the Harvard magazine. So just to explain a bit of background on what is the Harvard magazine and why has it been instituted. So the Harvard magazine is the first ever tech magazine in Malawi. So this magazine highlights the achievements of 20 most inspiring women in the fields of science, technology, engineering, and mathematics. So basically, the International Telecommunication Union, ITU, did a research and found out that one of the reasons why girls and women were not joining the fields of technology is because they did not have role models. So the thing was analyzed and the problem was diversified and classified to be in most of the African countries, including Malawi. In our quest as Harvard Tech, with the Harvard Tech team, we sat down and researched through and decided to give other girls this quest of this magazine, which shares a story of 20 inspiring women who ventured in the fields of science, technology, engineering, and mathematics, so that when girls are reading through these thematic areas, they should be able to grasp the context and they should be able to challenge themselves to say, if these women were capable of doing this, then we too can. There's a broken English statement that is saying, if they did it, we can also did it. If they did it, we can also what? Did it. So this magazine will be the did magazine. Did Harvard magazine. So basically, most of the times when I talk, I won't take much of your time. I just have a few minutes left. Most of the times when I talk, I always try to speak from an emotional point of view. So I'll get your emotions high just a bit. You know, life sometimes becomes complicated. And there are stories of our lives that we tell, and when we share them, those stories are like stories that are just being told, but you realize that someone had to go through a pain or had to go through a certain process just to get to where they are. In this magazine, we have researched and we have highlighted these women from all of the women that are in Malawi. We are not saying that these are the top women. We are saying that these are the most. Why are we saying most? Because we recognize that there are lots of women who are breaking through the fields of science, technology, engineering, and mathematics. And only when we share their stories, it's when some girl somewhere will be impacted to say, ICT is not just a male-based domain. ICT is not just something that warriors will stand and do, but they'll be encouraged to say, if a male can do it, then they can also do it. There are a couple of people we have profiled in the magazine. I'll just share you 2 highlights from the magazine. One highlight is one of the women who went through a very troubleshooting process, a very complicated process, I would say. She was a student, and then she was 14 at the time. When she was 14, she got impregnated, and then she was forced to drop out of school. Sad to say, she was impregnated by a classmate. And then, at age 15, she gave birth, even though she was out of the school. But due to the determination of her parents, she was forced to go back to school. I can testify today that as you read through the pages, you're going to realize that this woman is one of the remarkable women when it comes to the technology industry in Malawi, when it comes to the telecommunication industry in Malawi. Because she excelled, succeeded, went back to school, and made it. Now, she is the Chief Customer Officer for Telecommunication Networks Malawi. And even the daughter who was born at the age of 14 is a software developer working in South Africa. International Girls in ICT Day without talking a story about a girl child. I'll take you through one last story that is of a girl that we have profiled in this magazine. So the story is about Grace. Grace is a young lady who is age 25 and she is kept at Dizalelana Youth Shelter. Grace is physically challenged. She doesn't walk. She realizes a wheelchair. She has to use one hand because the other hand is always in constant vibration. Grace has a bit of speech impairment, but Grace decided to enroll for ICT to challenge the stereotypes that even the disabled can do ICT. I can testify to you at this podium to say that Grace did her certificate, and then for her certificate, she passed all the subjects with distinctions and she'll be graduating in May. So, we decided as Half-Take to say stories like this need to be shared to the world because they will challenge other girls to say they have no reason of not venturing into STEM because everyone can do STEM. During my chat with Grace after I had known her, she had told me to say that her role model is Chisomo Daga, who is the founder and manager of Daga Space Technologies and also a lecturer at Malawi University of Science and Technology. So what we did is that we talked to Chisomo to say there is a girl named Grace who is in this situation, but she told us that you're the role model. Could you please have time and visit Grace so that we inspire her? She has told us that you're the role model. And we're happy to say that Chisomo gladly accepted the invitation and we visited Grace and he handed over a very special gift of which I won't mention at this podium. And I am happy to announce that in this room we have Chisomo Daga. Why have I said this story? I believe as girls, they have role models. It is best that when someone is role modeling you and they want to reach out to you, you should be able to share them your experiences. And through this magazine and the 20 most inspiring stories of the women that we have compiled, including the stories of girls that we have, we hope that we're going to inspire a girl child. We hope that more girls will join the ventures of science, technology, engineering, and mathematics. What we're looking for at the moment is we want to get this magazine translated so that a certain girl who is in Palombe at Nangwagwa Secondary School doesn't understand much of English should be able to be incited and inspired by these stories, so that each and every girl gets inspired and challenged to get into this thing. So as the theme says, digital skills for life, we hope more girls will join these ventures. Thank you so much for consuming your time, ladies and gentlemen.
The board members of the Center for Governance and Leadership, all the organizers and the sponsors, distinguished ladies, the few gentlemen in the room, members of the press, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you very much for inviting me to be part of this commemoration of the International Girls in ICT Day here at the Malawi Hotel. Of course, I have raised a complaint that I was ambushed last night to come and do this function. So if my speech is disjointed, don't blame me. And I was in Mangochi, I only came this afternoon, so pardon me if the speech is incoherent. But anyway, I thought I should accept the invitation to be with you today in recognition of the important role ICT digitalization plays in our everyday life. And I'm particularly honored, therefore, to be standing before you this evening and just making a few remarks on this important day. The theme, digital skills for life, is particularly very, very important because it resonates well with the realities of the world we are living in. It resonates very well with the Malawi government digitalization agenda. Anything that you get for life means that it's so critical that you need it in everyday activity. Whether you're a farmer, whether you are a business person, it means that it's something that you must have all the time. Therefore, if there's one thing I can say today is that digital technology is not a luxury. In the past, we used to think about having a smartphone or a laptop as a luxury. I think these days it's no longer a luxury, but a necessity to do whatever you do, whether you're a student, whether you're a farmer, whether you're a business person. So we need to work together to make sure that the skills necessary for this technology are embedded in every one of us. It is actually very sad to see the disparity between boys and girls in as far as access to digital skills is concerned. We from the Public-Private Partnership Commission conducted an assessment in 2019 whereby we engaged Ernst & Young to do an assessment to look at the disparities between males and females in as far as access to digital skills was concerned. The study was very revealing because it was found that 46% of males in Malawi can operate a computer against only 26% for females. So a huge disparity. Females are being left behind. While more than half the female population know how to operate a smartphone, but only 30% at that time knew how to access internet and find information on their smartphones. I thought that was quite revealing. In that most women therefore have a phone simply for chatting and all the rest of it. And it was found that the foundational digital competency of females is below the national average on most of the competency parameters, with 20% females having no digital skills at all. We need to break this gender divide as far as the digital skills are concerned. Otherwise, we're going to leave out a very significant portion of our Malawi population who will not be able to take part in the transformation of Malawi. As I said, digital technology is not a luxury. A World Bank study of 2020 found that a 10% increase in broadband penetration in Malawi can lead to $189 million in additional gross domestic product. think about that. Just increasing 10% penetration of broadband will have a major impact on GDP of Malawi. Why? Because we'll be able to transact more, we'll be able to expand our businesses, we'll be able to, companies will make more money and pay more taxes. So the issue of increasing penetration is no longer a choice, but it's something that has to be done by both the public and private sector, to be spoken out. So I'm really pleased that we are launching this magazine, and I look forward to this magazine being sustained and continue over time. I would like to commend all the organizers and the partners, Sparc Systems, INQ Digital, and all the rest of it, for coming together to put this event tonight. It's been a very colorful event. The presentations, the speeches were really truly inspiring, and I think it was a night well spent. So before I sit down, I'm supposed to do one task, which is to officially launch the magazine, and I need Prudence's help here.
Good evening, thank you, sir. Good evening, everyone. Madam, we'd like to call forward Mr. Horace, or the representative of the magazine, so we can take a picture here. Thank you. So, Her for Tech magazine. From now onwards, it will be launched from May, and we will work with the Ministry of Education to make sure that it reaches all 28 districts. So we'll just wait for all the officials within the technology. Mr. Chiwebe, you can't hide. And please, let's make sure that, for girls already born, and girls yet to be born. But above all things, it's for girls, black, green, yellow. Please, can I get that space? For girls, black, green, yellow, abled and disabled, able to speak and not able to speak, blind and not blind. I believe that the ICT within our realm can one day allow deaf and blind girls to also be able to access TAS 2023. Beat the race, and I think Chiwebe stole my speech. And we will soon host the ITU in May. So 2063 is within our reach. Malawi, Mtawi, Yakwani. Congratulations to Her for Tech magazine. Is the group photo good enough?
The podium, please.
Don't cry.
Like someone.
No, like someone. Don't cry.
I only see one person.
But viewers, not movers. And I'm also the founder of Reach Out to Girls at UNICAf in the Computer and Information Technology Department.
Hello everyone, my name is Alicia. I'm just a member for Tech, and I just finished doing my degree in Computer Information and Systems, and that's it.
What is gender digital divide? Can we have someone make a very brief, just highlight a little bit on that?
To my own understanding, I feel like the gender digital divide, it actually refers to the imbalance between men and women in terms of accessing to digital technologies.
Thank you so much for that. Does anyone else have anything to add on addressing that beyond the definition that she's given us? No, okay, so we go straight into the issues then. So first of all, we'd just like to know what are the key issues when it comes to gender digital divide in Malawi? What are some of the key issues that we need to address, or we need to discuss, or we need to look into when it comes to the gender digital divide in our country?
Thank you, moderator. I think this is a very big issue worldwide, and I was just looking at the stats a few minutes ago, and it seems like even worldwide, we've got 28% women in ICT, all this science and technology kind of things. So coming down to our context in Malawi, you see that 30% of women are in STEM, in the sub-Saharan, and about 20-something% in ICT engineering and science and mathematics. So I think looking at our context in Malawi, in Africa, the main issues to do with our norms and values in the society, because you see most of the things that we have around us refers the male figure, be it opportunities, be it preference in education, and be it systems that rely on trust and belief as well. So I think these are some of the things that most likely influence this divide as far as digital technologies are concerned.
I have one last question before we finalize. To say, I think you mentioned a number of initiatives that are being done by different entities, different bodies, and of course the University of Malawi as well. One question is, how do we get the information to rural communities? Is that a possibility that we can look into? I just want one person to quickly take this up. How do we get it to the rural girl, the rural boys, to remind them that they can also be a part of the initiative? How do we get that information there? Because now the challenge is, you get a student that is enrolled in this particular school, they haven't taken any computer classes, they're computer illiterate, but you're asking them to take ICT at university level. I think what needs to be done to ensure that this problem is sorted from grassroots level?
Nowadays, I think I've seen this project by Digital Malawi. They're going into communities, and the guest of honor talked about Likoma, that some other people are going to Likoma just to train young people, equipping them with digital skills. So we need to provide such kind of platforms where you can have like a month, like intensive training, and give them the skills that they require. And through those sessions, we need to provide them with information, how they can enroll in different STEM courses or ICT courses, and even help them with the connections, like the role modeling. To talk about the internships, if you give them a certificate, let them be exposed. They come work with companies like Sparc from the rural communities. When they get back to their villages, that person is a role model to his or her fellow young people. So we need to provide such kind of platforms and make sure that we really invest. We are talking about digitization, but we're not willing to invest much. We really want to do better. We need to provide platforms that young people can get the digital skills and make sure that they're really getting the skills that are needed for the digitized economy. So that's what I can say for Malawi to do. The platforms will be provided, and with this magazine, I'm told that it will reach all the districts and the secondary schools, especially the community secondary schools. Let's make sure that they get the magazine. Let's help them to know the different careers that they can pursue in that ICT. I believe having such kind of an initiative, it's a great deal, and it will really help our young boy, our young girl in Italile to get information on ICT.
Thanks, previous speaker. I think in addition to what my colleague said here, we also need some sort of a paradigm shift, because in essence, if you look at a typical girl child, what does the child do in school, right? They prefer to do the arts and humanities. 70% of the degrees are given out to arts and humanities, ladies or women, right? So is there a way in which we can outreach to ladies who are doing arts and humanities? So there's this global kind of thinking, say, instead of looking at it from a STEM point of view, let's talk about STEAM, which is science, technology, engineering, arts, and mathematics. How can we empower a lady who has already started a career in arts and humanities so that they can also realize the future in the digital space? Thank you.
Absolutely beautiful point, Dave. I've never personally thought about it to say, once we've taken up communication, guys, that's it for us. That's it. We don't want to do the tech stuff. But thank you so much for letting us know that there's something else for the women that have thought, okay, I'm good at arts, I'm good at communications, this is where it ends. So definitely it's not where it ends, we can expand. So I think before we dive into the final question, I'll just open the floor to 1 or 2 questions. If anyone has a question.
Thank you, good evening. I think mine is more of a comment which may become a question. And by the way, we'll be teaching my daughter analytic physics soon enough. I don't believe that Malawi is against the child, the girl child. I think that mental space has changed. I've been here for 20 years. I think it's more about access, resources, getting things there, visibility. I've never seen more loving men towards women and development and all of that. It's just mobilization. Let's just change the narrative. Really, for me, I really sincerely don't believe, Madam Sarah, that they're still holding on to this child or sir, Mr. from Dhaka, Mr. Dhaka, yeah? That we are still holding on to this innate cultural beliefs. No, I really think we have gone past that. So ours is now, how do we mobilize? How do we get the resources out there? How do we get the knowledge sharing? Everybody's excited. Let's just get it done. Thank you.
Thank you so much for that comment.
Good evening, Sandra Machinjeli. I would like to play the devil's advocate and say, as much as I agree with what you just said, I think there is also enough studies to show that the gender stereotypes are still out there, and women in Malawi are breaking barriers and are pushing forward, but the stereotypes keep pushing us backwards. So I think it's very important that we're talking about empowering women and empowering girls. I'm a feminist at heart. Everywhere I go, I tell women, take the floor and speak with confidence, because it's our space and we're breaking barriers. And as a female lawyer myself, I'm in a space that's male-dominated. But it's our time now. But let's not forget that the world is built on patriarchal standards. And a woman will take 3 steps forward and the world will pull her 10 steps backwards. So as we're talking about empowering women and having more women in the IT space, let's not forget the activism and the advocacy. We need to go out there and break these gender stereotypes. Because as women are graduating in ICT, it's not everyone in the ICT world that will accept you. It is a well-known fact that women in most corporate and commercial circles still earn less than their male counterparts. Not because they don't have the qualifications or the qualities, but because they're women. So let's, as we're encouraging girls, let's also take steps in trying to ensure that we're breaking the gender stereotypes.
Have the access to free online courses which are going to which are actually making me have more skills, like in the IT department, because I cannot just rely on what I learned at school. I need to be like put out there. So if I have access to the internet, I actually know like what kind of technologies are now trending because of the digital skills. So I'll be able to like improve my skills and also make myself a better person in the IT tech because I'm a woman, and also because it's actually not a thing that a woman would be put in front, because the tech world is all about men. So if I also have the skills that the men also have, I can actually have the chance that I can also stand where the men are.
Thank you so much. I maybe just throw this question directly. You have something to say. To the teacher before you get into it. How important is it for girls to have digital skills?
The world is advancing technologically, and I always tell students that girls, especially 10 years from now, if you want to have the digital skills, you want to survive this world. It doesn't matter what field, a lawyer, a teacher, a nurse, it doesn't matter. You're supposed to get the digital skills. So it's very important that we get these skills so that we can survive in this digital economy. So let's make sure that we provide the spaces, the computer skills studies at secondary school level, and help the girls to get these skills so that they can really survive in the digital economy. That's one thing that I can say.
Doing amazing things, ladies and gentlemen, in ICT, right here in Malawi. Manja Maggie Chimbwanda Chideze. Presenting this award tonight is Council Sandra Machinjiri, who's a board member for SEGO. Maggie, ladies and gentlemen, receiving her award for the evening for the amazing work she's doing in ICT right here in Malawi. Thank you so much for presenting the event tonight. Thank you for inspiring. Thank you so much. Our third award for the evening goes to Chimwemwe Kumwenda Msuku. And presenting this award tonight is Esna Ward from Sparc Systems Limited. Women in ICT, women in ICT. Commemorating International Girls in ICT Day tonight, such a significant event where we're seeing amazing women doing amazing things. One step closer in the right direction, definitely a step closer. A huge round of applause for her. The fourth award this evening goes to Chrissy Jones. Chrissy Jones. Rhoda Machoa from UNICAf University. There she is, Chrissy Jones, ladies and gentlemen, receiving her award for the night. A woman in ICT, breaking the gender digital divide. Rhoda, are you there? Or can we have a representative from UNICAf? Okay. Maybe she also needs a round of applause, yeah. Well, handing over the award. Let's make it quick, because we're against time. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Beautiful moments. Definitely precious moments. Receiving the fifth award for the evening, ladies and gentlemen, we have Zalera Bimhango. For both amazing women in tech and the gentleman behind her for tech. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much. Thank you so much. I know he's taken over from the main act. Thank you so much. He's communicating to say, yes, I'm the one behind it. Thank you so much. That she does what it takes. Beautiful, ladies and gentlemen. And I think that's Mama right there. I think that's Mama. Thank you so much. Okay. Beautiful, 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 beautiful. Thank you so much. Zosangala, right? Thank you so much. And I think before Grace leaves the stage, can we just have the rest of the women that receive their awards tonight come in front and maybe take a picture? Sorry, you don't have to be. Don't need you. Tiyeni taombere manja. Thank you so much. I'd like to thank everyone for being present here. As I said, that there's a cocktail outside, networking. You know, maybe there are certain people that have inspired you tonight, and you like to interact with them. That's an opportunity to do that. There's a cocktail. But before that, we just have one of the organizers to just give us a very brief closing remark for the evening. Thank you. I think she will introduce herself.
Hi everyone. You look so beautiful tonight, and I can't believe all of you really came to celebrate the amazing women that we've witnessed tonight. So I just want you to put your hands together for all the women who came tonight. And in a very special way, I also want us to put together our hands, I mean a big one for the 6 women who have been awarded. Especially women who are in this room. For those of us who are not in sciences, I might have to in class. You'd even be sleeping and dozing because it's just too boring, right? But I think they are challenging us to say, what was that? I should have done better, you know. Even for me, I'm feeling like going back to class and do better in math. So I'm so inspired tonight, and I'm so encouraged, and I know that all of you are, and that was the purpose for this event. We wanted to bring all the amazing women who are in take, who can encourage us, who can inspire us. It might not be you directly who is inspired to go into take, but maybe your sister, maybe your daughter, maybe your niece, you never know. So that was the whole essence for coming tonight. We really want to thank you for coming. The guest of honor, thank you very much for taking your special time to come and witness this event.
Almighty Heavenly Father, we thank you for this day. We thank you for this event. We thank you for bringing us all together today. Father God, we've truly been inspired by all these amazing women that you've brought here today. May you continue to bless each and every one of them and remind them that indeed the sky is the limit. Father God, may you bless each and every partner that worked together to make this event possible. It is truly by your grace and your mercy that they made this event as amazing as it was. Be with each and every person in this room, and as we go back to our separate homes, may you guide us, protect us, and be with us. In the mighty name of Jesus Christ, I pray for